we got another MSTR chart planning update video right here. We're going to get started in a moment. Hope you guys are doing well. Just remember, everything in this video is not financial advice. It's just my own personal opinions. And actually, I do want to say a few things before we get started. Guys, the live streams are going to happen soon. I have a custom built desktop that I'm working on. It's going to get shipped out soon. It's going to be real good, real powerful. We're going to do some crazy fun stuff with it. And then also I want to apologize to you guys, but to myself as well. I kept saying just before October started, and we're going to get into MSTR in a moment, but just before October started, I kept saying I'm accumulating these BITU positions to hold for the entire length of October, no matter what happens. And what did I do? Like last week, I sold regardless if I sold at a profit. I had my reasonings to sell, but as a apology to myself, primarily, I ended up buying a new position, and I bought it at premium prices as punishment, but also to again as punishment by buying it at a higher price than I am more comfortable with, as a way to punish myself. And then I went ahead and only put in 50% because at the same time it is premium. I'm not trying to put in all the capital. I'm okay with putting in that position, but I'm gonna show you guys a transaction that's already been up on the screen. But I did two transactions, a 70 share purchase and a 102 share purchase. So I put $5,000 back into BITU at premium prices. Yeah, guys, I apologize. I said I'm not going to touch it whatsoever. But let me go over real quick why I did sell out of the position, and then why I decided to reaccumulate, regardless if it's a way for me to punish myself by buying at premium prices. But we've been trending much higher. We kind of trended up a little bit more, like $1 away from 69. Or I think we're basically trading just about previous cycles all-time high, and everything here is going to correlate to MicroStrategy as well. So guys, just bear with me. I'm just trying to get a few things out the way first. Yeah, we kept trending up higher. I kept saying, since we've been back here, I drew out this extension area. The prices come up here. I told everyone in the Discord that I'm not looking to sell just yet. The prices can definitely go much higher because we have some other major swing highs up here. We have this descending larger picture triangle pattern, which I'm on the 1 hour for some reason. I usually like to do these videos on the 4 hour. Larger picture triangle pattern in play. So it was silly of me to encourage people or to influence any kind of selling around here, because we still have this line to reach, potentially at least see a body of a candle close there. And then we have also this resistance area right here that I drew out since before we traded in it, as a way to have an idea of where it's a good idea to start selling a good portion of a position, or if it's a good idea to start maybe selling out all of it. And I sold, and I don't care if the price went up higher. I sold. I ended up making like $1,200 or $1,400 in a position, but then I kept telling myself, I'm like, we're like halfway through October. Why am I selling this when I keep saying that I don't intend to sell till October ends, or until at least we start trending in this area right here, making new all-time highs? I guess I got impatient. I saw that we were in this short-term resistance, and I just wanted to lock in profits there and then buy when prices finally have some kind of recovery. So over this weekend so far, over the last 2 days, and it's almost midnight in Saturday. Wow, I can't talk. And prices are holding up really well. We keep holding just above 68,000, and that's mainly due to, in my opinion, I believe it's due to a lot of the liquidations available right now, where we have. So I'm still learning how to use these heat maps. Again, we're gonna get into MSTR in a moment, guys, but I'm still learning how to use these heat maps. I really like that on this website. You can go in between different, so you can go BTC USD or BTC USDT, and then you can look at different exchanges. I usually just focus on Binance because it's the largest exchange, I believe. But we have easily, the price can easily go high 68,000s, just about 69,000. And then we also have other large exchanges like Bybit, and I like to focus on USDT, where, you know, we have, bear with me, we have, again, a lot of more liquidations up here, just underneath 69,000. Earlier today, this was actually above 69,000. It was actually over 70,000, I believe. Now it kind of dropped back down. So yeah, guys, if I'm correct, if I'm reading this right, I'm still learning how to read these. I'm pretty sure it's not that difficult, but these act as resistance and support levels, I believe, and somewhat as a magnet. So we still have a lot of room. We can easily push up even higher, pushing this top range of the resistance area a little bit higher. So there's still some higher potential for prices to rally. But then we also have, of course, an extended move without a reasonable correction since the start of the swing low. So where I'm looking at reasonable corrections, and I'm gonna delete this one just to clean things up a little bit. This is where I'm looking, at least down here. Like, this will be super ideal. And you know what? At this moment, we're just looking for a retest of, just to be more conservative, a retest of this orange line right here, or yellow, whatever, as well. So we want to see the prices come down, have a reasonable correction. This will be ideal. But then we also have this. And how does that translate to MSTR? So we can finally talk about MSTR. So yeah, I'm back into BITU. And yeah, guys, I guess I got a little bit too excited seeing, my resistance areas being reached, and then I just sold out of it. Regardless, I did everything great. I did things great, but the number one rule I had, which is not touch that position whatsoever until October ends, and I broke that. So it was an amazing trade, great trade, perfect. Unfortunately, time got to me, and I was like, why not take profits? And I don't regret it. It's fine. But I got back in, and only 50%. I have another $5,000 at least that I'm willing to put back into BITU in case we do see a dip happening sometime soon. And then, yeah, October is still looking green. And now we can finally jump into MSTR, right? This is the whole purpose of this video. So understanding that we can easily see a correction on Bitcoin right now. We can easily see a correction. But there still seems to be a little bit of more upside potential just to fill in. I'm going to show you guys one more time. Just to fill in, trade once again in this premium area, maybe hitting 69,000. So a $800 rise at a minimum from here. And then, seeing if a lot of those liquidations can cause Bitcoin to just go up even higher. But most likely, if I'm correct, it just creates more liquidity in the market. So it should push down Bitcoin. But we also have, at a minimum, we would like to see this swing high right here being filled. We can, I think this is a little too high. I'm using the top of a wick. If I'm correct, it will be better just use down here 69,850, but I'm gonna leave it where it's at right there. So we just, one more stretch higher before we start seeing a reasonable correction will be, you know what, that would make a lot of sense to me at least. And then MSTR. So you guys know that in the last video, if you guys saw that update, you know that I kept saying I am trying to wait to see what MSTR is going to do, because we have, of course, if you guys have been keeping track of the RSI for MicroStrategy, if I can get myself organized. Jeez. Okay. Every time we kind of get close to the fair value RSI point down here at the 50, we start a rally, and then we retest it, we rally even higher, we retest it again, we rally higher. Now we're back down here. We're retesting that 0.50 and we rally even higher. So then, just because things repeat doesn't mean they have to continue to repeat. And I kept saying, we're down here at a minimum. We're seeing a nice solid bounce off of this resistance, off of this support area down here. Ideally, I would have liked to see the price come down and show a little bit more of an aggressive dip down into this area. But regardless, it is holding this support, ascending support line quite well. Regardless, it doesn't matter what's going on now, right? So we saw a rally. We're up even higher now. So we're gonna go ahead and do this for now, because we might see, quite simply, if we see a reasonable correction here, and we can easily come back higher from here. But I think I'm just going to tell you guys what I am looking at potentially doing. I think it's better than giving you a bunch of different scenarios, right? So what makes more sense to me is that, okay, so actually I'm gonna clean things up a little bit more. So we broke past this resistance area quite well. We can easily start using this as a support, but I'm gonna delete it. I'm gonna clear things up a little bit. I kept saying that this value area down here, because this rectangle that I drew is a value gap between the bottom of this blue wick, which is a bearish candle, to the top of this white wick, which is a bullish candle. Theme colors. I hope you guys like my theme colors. And then we have some imbalance there, and I kept saying this can easily act as a magnet. I wouldn't be surprised. Next thing you know, price came up higher and broke into that. So now, what am I looking at, right? So we can just clean things up, right? So we're still in an uptrend. We are now looking at a potential triangle pattern. So ideally, what am I looking for? And I'm not going to force any trades. If this doesn't happen, I'm just not going to worry about it. I'm going to wait till another setup happens that makes sense to me, and I'll keep you guys updated on that. But guys, I don't force trades. If something doesn't meet my criteria pretty much perfectly, I'm just not going to worry about it. I'm going to move this to the right a little bit real quick, because it's kind of bothering me. Okay, so this third wave reached in this area quite nicely. Potentially, I'm going to give you guys, and this is going to be super, before we actually jump into the smaller picture, this is what happens why I don't look at the charts before the video. I'm kind of all over the place. So I'm going to give you guys a super, I'm going to give you guys something super realistic to keep mindful of, because I just don't want anyone to get overly hyped and then start making trades that just can hurt you, right? So regardless, I'm not going to have that orange one there, because the overall, bigger picture, major resistance, or not resistance, support also aligns with that previous orange support we had. So it bounced off of this and started going up higher. We're in a triangle pattern now. If this is truly the start of a fourth wave correction, we can potentially see the price dip down into this red area down here. That's what I personally believe. If this is potentially, and I'm not looking forward to it. I'm not looking forward to this. It doesn't really make too much sense right now, but I'm keeping you guys realistic, because we can easily stretch up higher, which will make a new third wave high. And then from there, we can readjust what this one looks like. But as of right now, if we do see this get rejected and it comes back down, this fourth wave bottom is in play. You guys got to remember that, rallies don't last forever. We see reasonable corrective moves. And if you guys are also noticing, so from the swing low down here to the swing high up here, this point, the white 0.35, 0.5, and 0.618 aligns perfectly with a fourth wave correction down here. And this gives it more credibility that, if we do see a fourth wave correction before we start moving up higher past $300, then we can easily see the price down here. Of course, this will change if we do break up higher, and this can easily be as simple as this, or as simple as retest and then higher. And then, so I'm still looking. I'm not looking to take any positions. I'm not looking to do anything besides just watch this and then see what's going to happen. There's more I'm just trying to, illustrate everything that's in my brain right now with this stock, because I know there's a lot of volume involved in this right now. RSI is maxing out. We can easily see this come back down and retest that 0.5 like it's done previous times before. like right here, and it rallied. Right here, it rallied. And it was getting ready to rally. It kept hugging that 0.5 around here. And then over here, test the 0.5 and it rallied. So now we're overextended quite a bit, which means we can easily the price come back down. By the time the price reaches between $205 and $210, right here in the premium half of this support area that I have here, the smaller, which I'm going to change the color to make it pop out a little bit more. I kind of like the color orange. So if this is the case, we can easily see it come down into this area here. So around 208, 209, then that RSI, when it does reach to the RSI, should be trading around that 50 mark. If that's the case, then that's when we can potentially start seeing a continuation of this uptrend. But the other thing to keep an eye out is, of course, we do see, and this can act as a magnet just like the bullish value gap I deleted earlier acts. So basically, if I can find the right, so we have a decent value gap from the bottom of this wick down to this one down here, where you saw prices kind of aggressively trade. I think I'm gonna make this green. You can't really see it too well, but basically this whole area right here, this can easily act as a magnet, causing the stock to fall like 6 to 7%. It's not also very realistic. It depends on what Bitcoin does, of course, but at the same time, if you keep an eye on Bitcoin, you know, yeah, we're holding strong. We can easily see one more push higher, and then we can see finally a reasonable correction on Bitcoin, so we can reset a rally, so we can then it will allow us to continue even higher and come into this area up here. Of course, we can just push up higher from here, but if we see reasonable corrections in rallies, we can then, of course, have a healthier continuation. So what does that look like if we do see that? So of course, again, I'm just watching the wrong stock. I'm just watching all these assets right now. I'm not really trying to participate in any serious trades because there's too much volatility. I'm waiting for things to become a little bit more clear for me personally. You guys might see something I don't, but I just see signs that keep saying wait for things to be a little bit more clear. If we do see a continuation higher, basically, I want to actually look at something real quick. Okay, so, excuse me, I keep burping. If we do see a continuation into next week higher, we can easily see a simple retest of this previous swing high or break above it slightly, pushing the price one more time into this premium half between the 0.38 and the 0.618 right up here, right? Super simple. It can seriously happen. And then from there, we can readjust the major support area higher. We'll then delete the fourth wave low temporarily until we see a new structure, until we see a top form, volume changes, and then I'll be able to, and then I'll reapply it. But as of right now, since we are below the swing high, I'm just going to leave it there as a possibility in case prices do dip lower. We can see currently what a reasonable correction looks like for the current structure, and that can change with developments in the structure. And then of course, on top of that, we have an imbalance down here that can act as a magnet. We have support here as well. We have a triangle pattern, so we can easily see a rejection come down here from, super realistic. But we can also see the price jump up here one more time. I think it's dangerous to short or go long on this stock if you're looking for like 1 week out trades. Of course, at the end of the day, if you're someone that's gonna hold on to this till like New Year's or anything, you're set. You're set to just continue to accumulate, in my opinion. But if you're trying to take trades for the next week or two, I seriously believe, and I'm not going to take any trades just yet, and if I do, I will let you guys know. But I'm going to continue to wait. I don't care if the price rallied. This is just creating extra developments in our chart, which is going to make more sense of the patterns, and we can easily see if we're currently trading in premium or discounted levels. Again, there's clear potential upside. One more high potential upside. Super clear. at the same time, there's too many things indicating that we can see a quick little dip before we even potentially go up higher. It's as simple as that, guys. I'm just, stay realistic. Please don't let hype get to you. Be patient and just look at the big. Sometimes you zoom out, look at the bigger picture, understand that we have been uptrending for a while. We have 3 solid tops right here, swing highs. I just think it's a good time to be realistic, especially if you've been. Last time I did an update on this was, I think it was like 2 days ago, but before that it was months ago. It was a long time before I did an update. We were trading like somewhere around here, and I drew this resistance areas out, and I said eventually we'll see the price come up here, and from here we can see a reasonable correction, or something that could hold us back for a little bit. That would be very dangerous to be long in this levels. And I had this out for months sitting here. You guys can look back at like earlier this year MSTR videos, and you're gonna see that up there. So it will be very silly of me to say that I'm bullish here. It'll be very silly of me to say that it's a great time to buy for short-term trading. If I do say that, I'll be lying, and I'm just not really practicing what I preach from previous videos. It's just ridiculous. I'm not going to say that to you guys, and I'm not going to do that to myself. There is potential top already being in. This is very strong. Lower prices from here are very, very strong. Although, short term we can still see one more rise above the swing before we see another major correction. So then with that major correction again, that will allow us to eventually go up even higher. But on top of that, same thing with Bitcoin. Like before we can go up any higher up here, we need to see the prices relax, right? The prices aren't relaxing. We're starting to see a curve. RSI can top out once again before we see this finally start trading the lower discounted half. There's too many things on Bitcoin right now, in my opinion, and there's too many things on MSTR that seems like it wants to pull the price down lower. So I'm not going to be heavily long on these stocks short term, and I encourage that everyone just please trade with caution and understand that there's more. I feel like there's more chart fundamental things, some TA stuff that is giving out more short-term bearish signals and short-term bullish signals. Overall, again, guys, if you guys know, I'm looking for much, much higher prices on Bitcoin and everything, but I'm talking about short-term. I'm just repeating myself at this point. Guys, just be cautious. Just be cautious with your trades. Understand where we're at, and understand that there's no reason to force and rush into trades. I'll catch you guys on the next video. I'll keep you guys updated if you join the Discord. If I do take any positions on MSTR this coming up week, I'll update you guys. I'll let you know. I'm liking this area though to start accumulating. So we'll see what happens next week. I'll keep you guys updated primarily on Discord if I take any positions, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. All right, take care.